Okay, this is going to be a real quick tutorial on how to edit the HTML on the website on it. First thing is you're obviously going to go to the Edit, Update Website Information. You're going to turn on the Edit Website tab. Pretty self-explanatory. Open up the page, and as you'll see, there'll be a whole bunch of red buttons. These red buttons are what can help you edit the information. For example, I'm going to click on this one here. I'm going to edit this little bit of information here. Up at the top here, it shows you what you're editing. You're editing the main front page. You can see here there are two separate lines that I'm going to edit. This is the top line, which is the project, and I'm going to edit the second line here, which is the address. So I'm going to call it the second line now. As you can see, they're slightly different. Now when I click on this tag right here, this will show you that there are different HTML tags. Now again, you don't need to know too much in HTML, but there are some slight differences. If you ever get confused, you can always hit the back to last save edit down there. What that does is it brings up a saved format for you, which helps you out in case there is ever a mistake and you want to go back through and change it and work from scratch again on it. Now when I scroll down the page, you can see here's another little section. So I'm going to edit this area here. Again, as you can see, there are differences on the way the font looks. Now again, this is an HTML editor. When I hit up here, you can see the actual HTML code. As you can see, there's a slight div up here, which is a section, and it's very specific because it has a class to it. You can also see I have paragraph breaks. Again, you don't need to know very much HTML, but it makes it very simple. You can see there's a paragraph break, and it shows how it separates them all. Once again, if you ever get confused, hit to the back button, and it'll load up some generic information, and you can start from scratch there. Now, if you try to cut and paste in straight from another page, it will cut and paste in the formatting on it. So you have to be careful with that. If I ever want to update pictures, as you can see, it's pretty simple. I click on the edit button, and there's the picture and the way it shows. Up here at the top, there's a toolbar. These little buttons up here, that's where I can upload a new photo. So I'm just going to find a quick photo here, and I'll upload that, and you'll see I'll upload this photo. I hit open, it's already uploading. I'm going to cancel this out real quick, but what it will do then is it'll upload it. Here's my gallery of photos. You can see right down here, here's the photo next to the gold photo there. So as you can see, it's now part of my list. So if I hit that, it would change the photo over. When in doubt, I can always go to my HTML tag and see which photo I'm looking at on it. Pretty straightforward on that part. So again, editing text and editing photos. Now when I go to statistics, this is probably the most complex part of any of the coding on it. So if I hit the column on it, you can see what it actually is a list of items on it. My suggestion is to go through and to actually change the text within it. Again, it may look a little confusing with some of this. It's just the way the coding wrote out. What it's doing is creating a list. So I can go through and actually change the text, so zoning or whatever it would be, basic information. Again, you get confused, hit the back to basics. Here's column 2, and once again for column 3. This is probably literally the most complex of the HTML you're ever going to get into. So if you just cut and paste out or actually type in differences on it, it should be pretty straightforward on it. Site plan, as clear as can be. You're just going to upload an image of a site plan. So I hit there, I'm going to select the image. So when I hit browse, let's say that I'll just pretend one of these pictures are the site plan. Hit upload, boom, site plan is taken care of. Now when I go to the eco-friendly, very similar situation. I can change the photo. Maybe I want it to be a picture of an Energy Star logo. This is something I just happen to find on the website. It's a good looking image for it. And again, here's the paragraph information as well, talking about the sustainability. Amenities. When I come over to the paragraph section over here, again, once it's update the paragraph information, I have some generic information written in there. But when we get into the list of amenities over here, this little drop menu, again, this may be kind of complex, but here's my list going through. Let's say I want to add something to it. This is where I would actually go into the HTML, and you can see my options. And it's pretty simple. So I'm going to select this option here. I'm going to copy, paste it. I like to keep my code clean, so you'll see I'll straighten it back out. So let's say we want to look up dog care or a veterinarian or something. I would just change the text to say, doggy care. Change it on both of them, because one of them is actually the value that it's going to look up, and the other one is what you see. So if I actually wrote in veterinarian under value and I wrote dog care under the option, it would show as dog care, but it would actually look up veterinarian. So just be aware of that. Now when it comes to the access part, again, another generic paragraph. Pretty straightforward. We've gone over that one. Change the text there. Again, I keep reiterating you have the backup on it. The only thing you need to know here is the starting location. As you can see, my map is going to a specific location. It needs to start from somewhere. This is used in Google, so I type in the starting address. This happens to be our office address, and it creates the map. You have to have a starting address there, otherwise it will give an error. Right now I have the map going somewhere else, so I'm going to show you this. Let me go back to the map part and I'll show you a situation of how I can change the map address. Originally, this is what the map looked like. The address is 1401 Dove, has this nice tan look to it. As you can see, I can look up any address I want. So when I start to type it in, it autofills it for you. And let's send it here to 555 Anton. Let's say technically the map is over. The building is just over here to the left a little bit. So I change it up. As you can see down here below, it actually changes the latitude and longitude. And those are very precise points. Again, sometimes Google Maps needs to change it around a little bit. As you remember, as you can see back below, the map was tan colors. Let's say for marketing purposes, I really want to change up the colors of the map. There's a link there that I clicked. As you can see, it gives me a whole selection over here now. So this, by the way, is a different website, but what it allows me to do is look up different kinds of mapping styles, for lack of a better word. So if I want to go to this dark style here, I click on it. And you'll see right here the JavaScript style array. This is actually the code that changes the style of the map. Now I can hit that copy button, which will copy to my clipboard, or just by habit I like to go through and highlight it all. So I go through, I highlight it, right click on it, copy. And when I go back to my site, as you can see, there's the styling map. So what I'm going to do now is cut and paste this in. And you'll see how my map's tan on the back. Now when I update this, it'll actually change it to that dark format that I just saw. You can change it to any format you want. It takes a second to load, and there you go. There's the new location, and that. Now coming up now are the photos section. These are the three main photos that are used on the front screen. Actually, what we're updating on this particular section is the information underneath it. Again, you can change it to whatever you want. I have iconic project, great views, professional image, etc. You can write whatever you want. The actual photos to update are up at the very top. And as you can see, these are the background photos that are used. You can see there's a little shadow box. Sometimes it helps free the header on it. You can change it there, but it's very simple. You're just going to hit the browse button, upload the three photos. Those three photos need to be definitely high-res photos, and they should be in portrait, or excuse me, in landscape format. Now when I want to add additional photos for the gallery, this actually allows me to upload multiple photos at once. So I would go to a folder that already has all of my information, all of my photos in one location. I can select them all and upload it. What's nice about that is it actually downsizes them or puts them into a size that's manageable on the website, and it goes through and it renames them. So if I hit upload right here, it upload how many photos that are there, and it actually throws a title to them. I can go through individually, change the title, change the information on it. So if this is the interior, the front, whatever I want to call it, and it will update that information as well. So that way when you go through the gallery, you know what you're looking at. The next section here is the events tab. Again, when you hit the insert button, you're going to insert a news event. Same thing, you want to have a photo with it, some kind of identifying photo. Select, I'll just throw a picture in here to do it. The header, who wrote the author, or who wrote the article, the date it was published, and then you want to have a small write-up on it. And it's pretty self-explanatory when you're just looking at, there's the photo, there's the header, and the author would be on there along with the date. So when you click on the read more about it, it'll show you more information about that. The next section here is the available stacking plans and brochure. The available space is actually listed in the back on the intranet portion. Same thing with the stacking plan. The brochure, however, this is something that you would upload here. You only need one document, preferably a PDF. Document section, again, same situation. All of that information is uploaded on the back end under the intranet portion. Pretty straightforward there. And remember, you can show, or you can make selections as to which documents you want seen and which ones you don't. The contact section, again, contacts are listed on the back section on the intranet portion, and you just select, do you want this person to be shown or not? When it comes to the ownership, leasing, and if I had it right here, it would be management. These you would actually update here. Same exact situation as before. Throw a photo up. For the ownership information, I usually just throw a screenshot of their website. It looks better when it's in a portrait format. And again, you'd upload it into your gallery. You can select which image you want, and then you would update information about it. Put the company name in, websites, etc. Again, as I was showing before with the paragraph breaks, etc. You can also add links in with this particular section. So if I highlighted the company name there, you can throw a link with it as well. When it comes to the leasing and management, I have some generic stuff. Now this is the footer information. Again, similar situation. Footer would be the local address of the office, and you can use your HTML tags, etc. from there as well. Pretty straightforward. Again, as I've mentioned before on this, you can change the colors of the websites. So if there's a particular style or brand, so if I pick yellow, you can see it changes the header to yellow, and it actually changes the hue of the image of the images there. That one's black. And then this one last little bit up here, kind of the simple text header. So again, I hope that helps give a brief description on how to update and change some of the HTML. Again, you need to know a little bit of HTML, but very, very little. Again, most of this should be pretty bulletproof, and you always have that option to go back and pull out the kind of draft sample text to help you out with some things. And if always, feel free to give me a call and I can try to help you out with any other problems that may pop up, but pretty straightforward. Hope that helps. Good luck to you. Thanks.